Let's go, baby.
Welcome to the SWAZPod.
The SWAZPod number 2, baby.
Let's go.
What are we doing today?
So we're doing the top 10 Premier League strikers of all time.
Of all time, baby. That
Of
means
all time.
all the way back until 1997. Because before that, it was called the English Premier League, I think.
Yeah, and that was when the game was different, wasn't it, lads?
That's when the game was shit. No,
Yeah.
it was great. It was
Different
great.
era today. Players that can do it today.
Very
It's just
different.
gravy.
So yeah, quickly, before we start, a few honourable mentions so no one gets mad at us. There could literally be 100 people in this top 10 list. 'Cause there's so many good strikers.
200, 250, it's
There could
ridiculous.
be so many people in this top 10. It's our
Michael
opinion.
Antoni with his horse cock.
Yeah.
We could have,
Yeah.
numerous players. Obviously not him legitimately, but a big
Like,
penis.
The likes of Jermaine Defoe, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Carlos Tevez. They're not in our top 10.
Yeah,
But,
I've got RVP in mine, Suarez, Torres, players like that, doing bits, but just didn't make the cut today.
Oh,
For
really?
mine, of course.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have your personal top 10, I have my top 10, and we're gonna
Alright.
relay.
Do you
I'll
wanna
start with
You
my
stole your 10.
in 10th place.
Let's go from 10.
Just quickly, I have a controversial start and a controversial finish.
Yeah,
But just hear me out, yeah.
it's all
So I'm starting
opinionated.
10th place is actually Harry Kane.
Harry Kane,
He's the only player in my top 10 that is actually a current player.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, and
I
the
think
reason why
I think I've done the same. I think I have the same.
the reason why is because he's the 7th top Premier League goal scorer of all time.
Yeah.
So, and he's only
And
28
still
years
playing,
old.
that's
Yeah, he's only
crazy.
28, so he has at least 4, 5, 6 years left.
Mhm.
So he could, arguably be higher in this list in 5 years.
Yeah.
But right now, I've put him 10th place because he is still a current player and he still has many years to show just how good he is. But yeah, he's a Premier League Golden Boot winner 3 times. Only one player has more Golden Boots than him, but I'll get to that later.
Ooh. Okay. I think
yeah.
I think to say when he retires, that will be when we look back on Harry Kane and say, "Oh my God, this guy did these things." He hasn't won a title yet, which for me kind of put him slightly lower than some other players, but he has been doing bits, and yeah, we can see that on the pitch. Recently this year hasn't played too well, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Spurs have been down in the dumps, so you've got to go with what you got to go with.
Well, they're above us in the league.
Shit. What's
Okay,
next? United?
who's your number 10?
My number 10 is actually Bergkamp.
Oh, okay.
Number 10. Look, he didn't play a striker as so. He more played kind of that centre forward cam role. But this guy, you see the videos, you see him doing his tricks and whatever and his finishing. It is levels. The Dutch players really have the sauce, honestly. And the guy, he won 3 titles in the Premier League. I'm not sure how many goals he scored. He's got a lot of bloody goals, but maybe just under 100, I think 80, 90 goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had Henry in the same team as him, so I'm sure he assisted him a shit ton, which he did. I think he had 97 assists, 100 assists. So to have that record over a 200 game span is pretty impressive for a player.
It is very impressive, mate.
It's fucking
And,
hot in here, eh? Jesus Christ, are you hot?
No, I'm fine, bro.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm feeling good. And
Good.
you know what else is good? My number 9 player, who is actually Robin van Persie.
Oh, okay.
You didn't put him in your top 10,
didn't put
as
him in
you
my
just
top 10.
said.
No.
But yeah, he won the title once
Yep.
in his career when he came to United. Something I saw when I was researching for this video was he was top goal scorer in the Prem, got the Golden Boot with Arsenal
Yep.
in 2012, and then he came to United and then in a different team got the Golden Boot again.
That's impressive.
2 years in a row.
Well done.
Got the Golden Boot. So
Yeah.
I just think he's amazing. I think it's 250 games with about 120 goals.
Yeah.
About
Solid record.
a goal every 2 games with
Yep.
him.
Yep. That's a good record in
And
the Premier League.
that's why he's 9th, because he's bloody brilliant.
Ninth, yeah. Well, that it says a lot. He was incredible. His first touch volleys were
Oh, dude.
top of the world. Even the header that he did against Spain in the World Cup, I think it was not the Euros, the World Cup. That was one of the greatest goals I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
It's brilliant.
Do you want my number 9?
Yes, who's your number 9, bro?
Okay, my number 9 is Harry Kane.
Oh, so you put him higher.
I'll put him number 9.
Okay.
Because the way that we look at him now, being, as you said, 28, scoring as many goals as he has, with still a potential of another 4 to 5 years to play, if he joins another team or if he doesn't, he could still go on to score another 50, 60 goals. Who knows how many goals this man could score.
Yeah, I want to see him at United. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be good to see him move clubs. Whether Spurs have been getting it back, I just said that they were down in the dumps. But as Mitch said, they are above United in the table and they have been getting it back. So we'll see if he can start banging goals again. No, he actually has. He has a 0.69 goal to game ratio.
I saw that, which is one of the best in like history.
Which is totally like just talking about a fact. But it is a fact that I researched, looked into it more than just saying a fact. That is pretty impressive. What did you say? That's one of the best in history?
In Premier League history, yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, like, the best...
Someone who's 28.
Yeah, like,
someone who's 28.
If you look at, like, Ronaldo and Messi's, it's not even 1 goal per game.
Yeah.
It's, like, 0.8 or something.
Yeah.
So to be on 0.7 in the Prem alone,
that's pretty...
really impressive.
That's pretty impressive.
And, yeah, like you said, in 5 years, he could be number 1. Who knows?
He could be, who knows? I don't know if we'll get to as many goals as some of the players, but... We'll wait and see.
So,
who's your number 8?
So my number 8 is Eric Cantona.
Oh, shit! Low!
Yeah. Because he only played 150 games. He played more in the English Football League before it was called the Premier League. But this is the Premier League, so...
Yep.
He only played 150 games and scored 70 goals.
Yeah, look, I only have him high because he has 4 titles, and to bring it into that says
I wanted to say that. I wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason he's so low is because he doesn't have as many goals.
Yeah.
But he's in this for the 4 titles, which, by the way, is technically 5 because he won it with Leeds the year before it became the Premier League. So like you could say, and that's when he went from Leeds to United, and then he won it 4 years in a row, like 4 out of 5 years, which is
very impressive.
Like that's why he's in this list. He could be, I mean, 1. Who knows? Like every player in this list could probably be in the top 3. Like,
no, if he did it like you're saying, if he played 250 goals and scored those 150 to 200 games and scored like, upwards of 100 goals, that does change your opinion on play.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. All right, my number 8 is... It was like, oh, this is going to be like super controversial.
Oh, shit.
But for me, this man, the way his touch on the ball, when he would receive and you would see what he would do, he wouldn't even move. He would just take a touch, shoot, or have this silky little skill move where he'd absolutely do a defender an assist or something like that. It's Dimitar Berbatov.
Oh, I didn't put him in my...
Now, look, he played for United as well, but he did play at Fulham for a stint there. He ended up getting 2 titles. I'm not sure exactly who with, but 2 titles. He's got a good goal-to-game ratio. The man was a freak. I love some of the goals he would score. Some of the tricks he had. For me, it was just so impressive watching this man play football. Like a bit like Dennis Bergkamp, very similar. For me, look, he went to United. I think that might have a slight bias, but for me, watching certain players and getting a certain opinion of a player, like seeing how they play the game, it can really take over your mind, and that's really what he kind of did for me.
He was amazing, and he's definitely would be in my top 20, but he's not in my top 10.
Okay.
You said that he was similar to Dennis Bergkamp, which, funnily enough, is my number 7.
Number 7, okay.
Number 7 of all-time strikers or attacking centre forwards.
Okay. Not cams. We haven't included De Bruyne and plays like that in this one because that will be our midfielder video, which if you guys want to see, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
And check us out on TikTok.
Check us out on TikTok too, yeah.
Where we're not racist?
No, not at all. Talking about Declan and his curries. We won't go into detail, but yeah, continue with Bergkamp.
He was part of the Invincibles team, which I think is one of the best teams in Premier League history. Well, it literally, technically, is.
It is. They got 15 or 16 on 20 draws, so look. But
it's undeniable though.
Yeah,
like
no other teams have done it.
He was influential in that team, and to be influential in that team is just makes you 10 times better than you are. 300 games with about 90 goals. Which isn't the best goals per game ratio, but he got a lot of assists, as you said.
Yeah.
And he was just really important in that Arsenal team.
Yeah,
and one of my favourite goals of all time in any player
I know what you're talking about.
Was his touch and, the...
Around the defender, rolled him like
slotted in. It was amazing.
Did like a water polo move there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Turned the defender inside out and then didn't even hit it on his left. He opened his body so much that he could just... slotted in the far corner with his right foot.
It was just sexy.
It's a beautiful goal. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, well, let's move on to my number Seven.
Seven,
Now,
yeah, who's your 7?
I don't know enough to go into depth of this man, but from what I've seen, what he did for United and other clubs, Andy Cole.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Andy Cole, look, I don't know enough about him to speak really in depth about him, but to see that he played almost 500 games in the Premier League is pretty impressive in itself, and scoring near to 200 goals. And playing for United, doing it for United with Dwight York up top.
He got 5
Very
league titles as well, right? Andy Cole.
5 or 4?
4 or 5, same thing.
4. We'll go with 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5. Yeah, for me, look, I never watched him play like full games and whatever, but just seeing highlights and whatever, I'm not old enough to say that I watched games of him. But yeah, seeing highlights and seeing his statistics and just seeing what he could do for that United squad and the other teams that he played for, yeah, absolute beast. I don't even know if he played for it. I'm not sure who else he played for, but I know he played for United.
Yeah,
I don't know he did.
And he scored a lot of goals.
Yeah. So for me, that was enough.
Well, he's someone that we didn't see play a lot, but someone that we did see play a lot is my number 6, and it's Didier Drogba. Do you think... Yeah, what do you think of that? Didier Drogba is my number 6. Why? Because he won 4 league titles. I didn't know that until I started researching this video.
Do you want to know who my number 6 is?
Yeah.
Didier Drogba!
Seriously?
Oh.
Yeah, I looked at you and you were like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm confused.
No, I wanted to give you that face, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I didn't know he even won the title 4 times.
4 times,
like,
yeah. That Chelsea squad was a force to be reckoned with. That Chelsea squad, when in their prime with Lampard, John Terry, Ivanovic, Cech, they had a solid team. Even Arjen Robben at one time. I'm not sure if they played together, but yeah, impressive team.
Oh yeah,
and including the men.
Didier Drogba got the Golden Boot 3 times. I'm pretty sure, or maybe twice. But doesn't matter. He got the Golden Boot a couple of times at least, and that's just super impressive. His volleys, similar to Robin van Persie, he just slots volleys away, and he got way more goals than Van Persie. That's why he's way higher up in the list than him.
Some impressive headers too.
Oh, headers,
not just in the Champions League where he did do it too, but
the Champions League. Well. We can all picture that one goal that he scored with his head. But this is the Premier League.
My number 5 is Papi Cisse with his incredible spin shot that went past
What?
Please tell me you know that goal.
Yeah, I remember.
Swaz, that's why. No, I'm kidding. He's not my number 5.
Who is your number 5?
Yeah, let me go into my number
first.
5. That's the wrong way of my phone. I can't go into that, and I'm not good enough to just talk about it. My number 5 is Cantona.
Oh, okay.
My number 5 is Cantona. Yeah, this guy was a freak. This guy was a freak of nature. They signed from Leeds, obviously speaking about it before. Signed from Leeds to United for, I think it was £4.5 million at the time, which was one of the biggest signings ever at that time.
Oh,
and then
taking a bargain then.
Yeah, and taking Man U on to winning 4 titles in a row.
It's brilliant.
In a row, or maybe one.
Oh no, it was they won, they lost, they won.
Yeah. So one in between, but yeah, it took them to 4 titles. Is super impressive. The man was skillful. Seriously, some of the chip shots that he scored, some of the moves that he had, and working in between with the team. Angry fellow, but fuck, he made it happen when the team needed him most. And yeah, for me, absolutely impressive. Being a taller guy, which he is too, to have the skills that he did, rather than just the heading, which he also had. Yeah, he had a bit of it all.
And my number 5, we'll talk about him quite quickly because you already talked about him actually. Andy Cole. He's in my number 5. 400 games with how many goals is it? Almost 200 goals, as you said.
Goals, yeah.
And
187. I think
the reason I put him so high is he actually holds a record for most goals at a Premier League season, which is 34. Now you're probably thinking, what, the record's 32, right, Mohamed Salah? But this was when the Premier League had 42 games.
So they don't count it.
So they don't count that as his record because they put Salah as like the top because he did it in 38 games.
Yep.
And he holds that record and he's amazing. He's also the 3rd top goal scorer in Premier League history as well. Yes. Behind
that gives you a big
couple players.
Yeah.
Don't want to say them yet.
Yeah. Well, do you want my number 4?
Yeah, sure.
My number 4 is Shearer, actually.
Oh, really?
Look, top goal scorer in the Premier League ever.
Yeah.
2 titles with...
Oh, was it 2? I only thought 1. I think it's 1, bro. with Newcastle, maybe.
I lie. One title, most goals
Yeah.
ever in the Premier League, 260, a good 50 to 60 goals more than the next player,
Oh, dude, yeah, it's incredible.
which I don't think we'll talk about because that guy doesn't make it in.
But
But yeah, look, Shearer, yeah, some of the goals that he scored watching him play, just a clinical finisher. I don't have really much more to say about him. Clinical finisher, great in the air. Yeah, had both feet to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
And what?
I don't know much
he was
more
your
to-
number 4.
Yeah, he was my number 4 actually.
Yeah. Well,
Look,
yeah.
No,
Well,
you can do it.
my number 4 is, and this is where we get to the controversial thing that I was talking about before.
Oh, who's this gonna be?
Oh god, I don't know. It's Sergio Aguero. Aguero.
Why is that controversial?
Oh, because like maybe he could be first.
Maybe he could be high.
Like I think that my top 4 could be first. Like all of them,
Yeah,
I thought,
and
you know what, he's first. No,
Yeah.
he's first.
No,
They're
and that's
all
where you have
first.
to really go nail it down and who you think he was. He was levels.
He's
this man.
he's the best, like one of the best, probably the best non-English player in the Premier League history.
Yeah.
Which puts him at the top.
He's my number 3, to be fair. So
Oh, so he's your
Yeah.
next one. Oh, and that's funny because Alan Shearer is my number 3.
there you
So
go.
we just-
We've done
yeah.
a full switch. Yeah, for me, Aguero, being able to see him more as a youngster and watch him play,
Yeah.
winning the title against us on the last game of the season, scoring that goal when
Oh, dude, I
City
want.
needed him most. Just those things that man did, and some of the goals that he scored are so impressive. The man had pace, the man had heading, the man had dribbling. He could do everything, and yeah, just watching him play, he's got a pretty phenomenal goal to game ratio as well.
Oh, it's the same as Kane's.
Oh, it is. There you go.
0.69,
Yeah, that
which is crazy.
but for yeah, and as you said, being a non-English player, highest goal scoring in the
Yeah.
Premier League ever, it's that man was different grade.
And yeah, as I said, Alan Shearer was my 3rd. We already talked about him. Who
I
was
think
your
we
3rd?
might. My 3rd was who we just.
Oh right, yeah, you said that right.
my
I'm
3rd was,
silly.
Aguero, yeah.
So
Okay.
let's just go to 2 then, because
Okay,
we already
we're
talked
gonna
about
go
it.
to 2. We might have the same 2. Let's have a look.
I think we do.
We might not.
But do we have them in the same order though?
Yeah, that's the question because I don't think you can have anyone else but these 2 players in this top 2 position.
Oh,
You could have Shearer up here. As you said before, you could almost put whoever you feel like here
Yeah.
in the top 5 to 6.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say you could argue, but yeah, you go.
I'll go
who was your
first.
second?
My second
Yeah.
is.
Oh no! Let's just skip. Who's your first? My first is Thierry Henry.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we have different firsts.
We have different.
Mine's
firsts, wow.
Wayne Rooney.
Van That's man. No. I can see why you put him there. That man.
Oh, he's the 2nd top goal scorer ever.
Yeah.
He scored the best goal in Premier League history. The bicycle
the
kick.
bicycle kick
We
against
all
City.
saw it. It was amazing.
Nanny's beautiful cross.
We all love him,
Yeah.
and he's amazing.
We all love him,
208
but hate him.
goals. 208 goals, which is 52 goals behind Shearer. But Rooney won 5 league titles, so
Yeah, that's pretty good. Look, love him and hate him. He put in a transfer request to leave Man United at one point, so there's a bit of a love-hate relationship there. But yeah, that man was, he was pretty impressive. Anyway, you continue on about Rooney, and I'll speak a bit about Thierry.
Oh, I'm done talking about Rooney. I don't need
Rooney
to talk about- he's the
Rooney's
best.
Rooney. If you, that's who.
Well, he's-
No, I could agree with you in another universe if I just thought a little bit longer about it. Being the second top goal scorer ever in the Prem could really just pop him up against there. But yeah, Thierry Henry, that man was one of the fastest
Wait,
people.
Thierry Henry.
Thierry
My
Henry?
second place is Phil Jones.
What?
No, of course it's Thierry Henry. Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, Thierry with the ball and without the ball was one of the fastest players I've ever seen in the Premier League scoring. I think he scored 175 goals. I'm not sure how many games, but it was pretty impressive goal to game ratio. But yeah, just you guys have seen what Thierry Henry does with the ball. One of the most impressive players I've ever seen. He's up there, and probably if I went to just say my top 10 ever, he would be in there, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, some of the things he could do, some of the long shots he had. He was knuckleballing before knuckleballing was a thing. Like some of the things that he would do with the ball, some of the things that he would do off the ball, being a player under Pep Guardiola at Barcelona, and learning through that and coming through to Arsenal. Yeah,
And
was he at Arsenal before? Excuse me, was he at Arsenal and went to Barcelona? Or was he at
I
Barcelona?
think so,
went to
yeah.
Arsenal?
The first one, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was part of the Invincibles as well,
Yeah.
which is again the best
That gives
team
him
ever.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say something that I completely forgot. That's what I wanted to say. Harry Kane, as I said before, has 3 golden boots. Only one player has more. That's Thierry Henry with 4 golden boots in the Premier League.
There you go. Thanks for the
insane.
stats. There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive record. For
It's
anyone to
very
have
impressive.
one golden boot in the Premier League would be an achievement for a person.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to play in the Premier League would be an achievement. But yeah,
Absolutely.
a golden boot, that is 4 golden boots for Terrier. And Rooney had...
I don't know.
Did he have any?
Maybe not. But maybe he was just
Maybe he did not.
consistent over all those
He
years.
was very consistent to score as many goals as he did over the long span. Being more of a centre forward rather than striker, you could kind of argue. And working with Ronaldo and the players that he did, yeah. That Rooney, that bicycle kick I will never ever forget. Never ever forget. And some of the goals that Thierry Henry scored, seriously, there's too many to say. The one knuckleball that he scored coming in from the left, and he's just kind of looked at the goal again, and just hit it with ferocity. It literally didn't even, it's just like full on dead ball, gone straight into that top right corner. For me, scoring goals like that, any type of player, I will give you props for that, because I know how hard it is myself.
And that was the top 10 Premier League, or top 20, or like our mix of top 10 best attackers of all time.
Yeah, look, the Torreses and the Suarezes.
I was going to mention that.
RVP, Suarez he had a 30, he had a 28 or 30 31 goal season for having the first 4 to 5 games off of the season.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. The man was a baller in his prime.
Yeah,
So was Torres.
I couldn't put him in because he only played like 90 games.
Didn't play enough games.
He hasn't played as many like Rooney with 450 or something.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, that really can morph your decision.
Yeah.
If you just go off, like, you can change your opinion and go off technical ability and what they could do. But yeah, overall, I think we've come to the conclusion that Thierry for myself, Wayne Rooney for Mitch. Yeah.
And that was the SWAZPod.
That's the SWAZPod number 2.
Number
Best Premier
2.
League strikers of all time. Excuse my stunt. Yeah.
And
That's
if you think that we're wrong, then fuck off. Because you're wrong. Just kidding. Obviously, it's open to interpretation.
Yeah, 100%.
Whoever you want. We literally just said whoever you want in there. It's whoever you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's opinionated. It's
But if you don't,
that's everything.
if you don't agree with us, let us know calmly and politely in the comments who you think should be in your top 10.
My real number 1 is him.
Oh yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
If you go off the GOAT, but we won't go into that.
Well, maybe we can do that in a future video.
Yeah, if you guys want to see
Top
that,
10
make sure to
players
like
of
and
all time.
subscribe. Yeah, comment on the video. Give us your opinion. If you think our opinion is stupid, then fuck off as well.
Yeah, just don't come back if you don't fucking agree with us. Okay, bye.
All right, see you guys.
Don't put the finger up.
Yeah, coons.
Here we go.